All right. So I've been through most of these before in videos. This one is what? Two Figures, I believe it's called. It's a pretty nice painting. It's pretty recent. Um, Up here is Ikit. Decent painting as well. Not one of the better ones from that group of five. There's a group of five paintings that this was a part of. And I don't know. It's good. It's all right. This one I never finished. This one's called Vision or something. And there's some cool shit going on in this one, but I don't know if I'll ever finish it. This one's Elephant. Kind of meh. I had the concept. I did it. Executed it. It didn't, take it too high, It just kind of worked well. Not outstanding. And here's some of my new joints. Like, these are crazy. They're all 30 by 40 inches or 40 by 30 inches, depending on which direction they are. The one on top there, I don't have any titles for these yet, but that shit is fucking crazy. And the one down here is fucking crazy too. It's like one of my all over ones, but there's a drawing in there, and it just doesn't. It's not as doesn't stand out as much against the crazy abstract ground, because the inside of the painting, inside of the drawing, is also kind of painted in an abstract gestural way. So it's like some work to be done on this one, but this one is light in here really stinks. Like it's the way it looks on my camera. It's much brighter when you look at it in reality. And then over here, some two horizontal paintings. Like I said, I don't have names for them, but the one on top is different. The one on the bottom kind of goes with this one. They work in a similar kind of, with a similar painting approach, which is like, okay, so I do different kinds of grounds, or for my work, and one of them is this very insane kind of just gestural, flat-ish abstract painting ground, which I then put a drawing over, and obviously it's not like a superimposition or anything. It's just like, it's really more of a drawing. It becomes integrated into the ground. But on these ones, I did something similar, whereas like there is a black line drawing, and I painted it so that like it looks as if the ground, the abstract painting ground that I laid down in the beginning before I put the drawing on, like it continues behind the drawing, as if the drawing was translucent, or like kind of prismatic in a way, where it changes the colors or just how they are seen when you look at them through the drawing, which is it's a flat line drawing, but it functions as like an object on the surface that you're looking through, and therefore the colors of the ground change when they are behind the drawn image. La la la. All right, and then here is the self-portrait, my tall, full-length figure. I am really feeling this. It's hard to see again. I swear, man, like the screen, my camera screen, just looks so much darker than what I see when I look at it, not on my screen. This is a figure, so there's a lot going on in this. And then, of course, you got this glare. You can't really see. Anyway, this one's going to be really cool. I'm very, very getting into it and progressing well, feeling good about it. This is this just random painting that I did at school, my job, so sort of a demo, paint a face kind of, painting, and then I took it home and messed with it, obviously with my line stuff and drawing stuff, and I don't know. I guess I'm gonna continue with it and probably make it a finished painting. But it did. What it did was it inspired a new painting that's going to come, which is going to be a painting of Sri Ramakrishna's face. I already did a drawing of Sri Ramakrishna in his famous, photograph from whatever, the 1860s or early 1870s, where he's sitting in a meditative posture. And this one is just going to be the face from that photograph, and it's going to be done in a way like this, very, psychedelic, if you will, kind of expressing his otherworldliness, his godlike stature, his what do they call him? A God incarnate stature. And then this one here is working out really good too. Very small little funky painting. This one actually is also a self-portrait in a strange way. Just a face though, not a full-length one like the other one. And this one up here, I don't know whether this is gonna make, get going. It was a cool idea, and hey, it always just takes work, and I haven't put the work on it. So, and that's probably because I wasn't so moved by the initial progress that I made, and the ground, and it's just, I don't know, maybe I don't love this one right now. That's why I'm not giving, but it needs the love, and it will get it. And this one here, this is another pretty cool painting, I think. This is really just the beginning, and this is a I just have so much work, and it's all like in progress, not much done. This is like an all over abstraction. As you can see, it is symmetrical, and basically it goes right off the edges. There is no drawing really, it's just lines and shapes. It's a drawing, yes, but it's not like an enclosed standing in space or ground. It's just flat, and it runs off the edge, which basically, connotates, or what's the word I'm looking for? It expresses infinity, like as if this pattern just goes on and on and on and on outside of the frame. These two are vertical, and I'm gonna have to turn them a little bit here. This one I already talked about in a video. I like this painting a lot. This one is called Leslie, and I think I just really like this one. I think it works. I'm gonna move some stuff around here. And this is a newish one that I'm working on, and done some cool work too. All right, there's this. Single image drawn over a non-symmetrical abstract drawing, which you can kind of see underneath, but it doesn't really stand out. This one is going to get much clearer. I like the little inside line adornment, whatever, just line work inside. The colors are going to change, but I do like this one. This is going to be good. And then there's this little thing over here, which I'm also quite liking. I think I talked about this in another video. And of course, we have the shadow. Let's pick it up. And I'm going to put this right here. This one, that drawing is cool. Kind of reminds me of a monkey, like with its hands up, and it's over an older painting, which was before my symmetrical abstract drawing took over, and I had an asymmetrical, just free kind of form drawing underneath. You can see it like in this little area here, and there's some showing through underneath. The color in it was nice. It was a nice painting, but it's just nah, you know how things are. And then what else? I got one more. You gotta like drag it in here because I can't really show it out in the hallway because there's no light in the hallway. So I'm just gonna put this down for a second and move these. And I'm gonna take that painting and bring it inside here so y'all can see it. Talk about it for a minute because it is a much different painting. It is a very, very different painting. And maybe it will become more like my other work, or maybe it won't. Okay. So, this here is pretty crazy, I think. I don't have a title for this either. But it is one of two paintings, the other one being that far one over there, the far vertical one. They are both the same size. I did not know that until like it just kind of hit me as I was working on them. And they are very connected in terms of subject matter, which is pure consciousness. And my work has always been about, you know, my relationship to consciousness on some level. But these ones have some references. The one over there is going to have more references. Right now I'm just showing infinity over there with the pattern that goes off the edges. And there's going to be another kind of element on top of that when I'm done, which expresses another idea related to consciousness. This one is my self-portrait. It's like a standing figure. So it's really it's not about consciousness. I mean, your interaction with it visually and your perception of it, it's not about consciousness. It's funny. I guess the background, the background makes it about consciousness, but the fact that it is a figure, albeit an abstract figure, that is not consciousness. The body is not consciousness. The background is, though. The ground is, in the way that the two integrate. So it is, everything's about consciousness that I do. But this one here is more, how shall I say it? It's more, I don't want to say didactic, like this is this and this is that, like, but it is more, just openly about consciousness, not like a coded kind of visual message. So the bottom, I see those as little drips of water, like when rain hits a puddle, the little splash comes up, and that I did also in this painting here, so you can see but it over here, that's like grass, like the brown yellowish grass does that, but over here it's definitely water, and I'm symbolizing that because I'm big into water, obviously, and that circular thing, the concentric elliptical shape, which is poorly drawn, and I don't really care because I like it. And that's obviously saying water in the same way, in a different way. And then up top we have waves, all these different waves going back. Obviously down here also goes back in perspective forever and ever, because it's an infinite ocean, consciousness. And these little drips or waves. They're just thoughts or shoot, people. Who knows? Like the their the consciousness is infinite as an infinite ocean, and anything, all these waves are things, objects, whether they're people, thoughts,